60 Rare Authentic American Photos of World War II You Must See Part 10.
Subscribe for daily content. Support this channel so it can grow.
Only a small percentage of people that watch my videos are actually subscribed. If you feel like supporting me more, join my Patreon.
1. U.S. Marines fight in Okinawa, April 1945. 2. Two Polish army officers inspect the flamethrower of an American soldier in Allied-occupied Paris while sightseeing. Paris, France, the 14th of December 1944. 3. USS Aaron Ward, -34 German marks, in the Karama Reto anchorage, the 5th of May 1945, showing damage received when she was hit by several Japanese suicide planes off Okinawa on the 3rd of May. Note 3-bladed aircraft propeller lodged in her superstructure, just forward of the after 538's twin-gun mount. 4. Soldiers of the 4185th Quartermaster Service Company loading Red Ball Express truck, Liège, Belgium, 1944. 5. Captain Mildred H. McAfee, Director of the Waves, Captain Charles Sladen, and Rear ADM George S. Brian Watch as Francis Bachner, PH3, and Lillian Boscher, PH3, construct a slotted template layout of aerial photographs used in the construction of charts, January 1944. Looking on is Olive Pullen, S2. 6. American soldiers in Algiers, November 1942. 7. U.S. Marines in landing craft personnel, large, assigned to the transport USS Hunter Liggett, AP-27, off Guadalcanal, August 7, 1942. 8. AA fire from USS New Mexico, BB-40, as the first kamikaze, AN-1K, George, begins its dive on May 12, 1945. A 5-inch shell burst underneath of it during descent and caused it to narrowly miss. 9. Boeing B-17Bs at March Field, California, late November 1941. 10. An American blimp over New Nickerie, Suriname during the war. 11. American soldiers exploring the ruins of Pompeii, November 1943, and hiking to the summit of Mount Vesuvius, December 1943. An American soldier in Paramaribo, Suriname during the war. 13. Waves at Naval Air Station, New Orleans, Louisiana, try on the newly authorized overseas cap, while registering varying degrees of approval and disapproval, circa 1944-45. They are, from left to right, Yeoman 2nd Class Bernice Elliott, Yeoman 3rd Class Martha Dietlin and Seaman 1st Class K. McGee. 14. Marines of A-1/5 get into position at a beach on Guadalcanal. They're a part of the third wave during a mock amphibious landing likely for the invasion of Peleliu. Photographed by Vasicek, circa 1944. 15. American mortar team from the 3rd U.S. Infantry Division fires their 81 mm mortar, while the team leader receives new coordinates. France 1944. 16. American soldier from the 29th Infantry Division runs past the German SFP, Hetzer, that he destroyed with his trusty bazooka in Aldenhoven, Germany. November 21, 1944. 17. Army officers plus nurses of the 10th Field Hospital having chow together, in Acquedolci, Sicily. August, 1943. Mediterranean in background. 18. Mailman 3rd Class Marjorie Van Dyke, USNR, W, rewraps and readdresses a package that arrived for overseas shipment in a condition unsuitable for mailing at the 14th Naval District Post Office, Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, June 13, 1945. She rewraps 1,000 packages a day for further postal shipment. 19. American paratrooper of the 503rd Parachute Regiment armed with an M101 FS carbine aims a bazooka at a Japanese bunker on Corregidor Island. February 16, 1945. 20. American soldiers of the 1st Infantry Division make it ashore Omaha Beach. June 6, 1944. 21. 2 U.S. Army captains standing in front of a wrecked Luftwaffe plane near Tunis, North Africa. June, 1943. 22. 81 mm mortar team of the 92nd Infantry Division fires their mortar near Massa, Italy. November 1944. 23. Medics from the American 4th Infantry Division assist a wounded comrade in the Utah Beach disembarkation zone in Normandy, France, June 6, 1944. 24. A 19th Bombardment Group B-17D being loaded with 100 and 500-pound bombs probably at Del Monte Field, Mindanao, Philippines, early in 1942. Note the fortress is parked in a rough, dirt area and the early M1917 helmet and pre-war uniform worn by one of the ground crew. 25. Yeoman 2nd Class Donna Neubauer and Seaman 1st Class Gloria Dean Enerson filing Liberty cards at the Air Station Personnel Office at Naval Air Station Moffett Field, California, circa 1944-45. 26. Wave officers pose on the navigation bridge of the transport USS General Omar Bundy, a P-152, with the ship's commanding officer, Captain Lawrence Wainwright. Center, June 25, 1945. They are en route to Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. 27. USS Yorktown, CV-5, is hit on the port side, amidships, by a Japanese Type 91 aerial torpedo during the mid-afternoon attack by planes from the carrier Hiryu, in the Battle of Midway, on 4 June 1942. 28. Empty helmets and spent artillery shells mark the graves of Marines who fell on Tarawa. 1944. 29. An American prisoner of war liberated from a German prison camp in Limburg, Germany, 1945. 30. 2 wounded soldiers make their way to a medical aid station on Okinawa, April 20, 1945. 31. An M26 Pershing firing across the Rhine in 1945. In total 310 Pershings arrived in Europe before V-Day with 200 issued to the troops. Another 12 were sent to Okinawa but did not arrive until after the battle. 32. U.S. Navy carrier aircraft attacked the Japanese battleship Haruna at her moorings near Kure, Japan, photographed from a USS Intrepid, CV-11, plane. 28 July 1945. 33. An American infantryman runs past a burning SD.KFZ 251-3 from the 2nd SS Signal Battalion in La Gleize, Belgium. December 23, 44. 34. Soldier having a haircut in Okinawa, 1945. 35. USC-47 transporting U.S. paratroopers of the 82nd Airborne crashes in flames. Operation Market Garden, September 17, 44. 36. U.S. soldiers from the 26th Infantry Division carry a wounded comrade under cover of an M4 Sherman during the street fighting in Aachen, Germany. October 15, 44. 37. American soldiers support an M18, Hellcat, from the 705th TD Bat. In battle in Brest, France. September 1944. 38. Soldiers assigned to a cannon company in the 90th Infantry Division fire an M3105M howitzer during fighting near Corentin, France, June 11, 1944. 39. American machine gunner PFC Victor Henry of Co. K. 3rd BN. 119th INF. Reg. 30th INF. DIV. Fires at Germans approaching with AM 1919A6 through a roll in the wall of a barn 300 yards from Kohlscheid, Germany. October 16, 44. 40. North African Campaign. 1943. U.S. Army Generals Theodore Roosevelt Jr., Terry Allen and George S. Patton. 41. Nick Dalphonse and Robert Plug O'Neill, cooks for the 23rd U.S. Marine Regiment, 4th Marines Division, on Iwo Jima. 20th of February 1945. 42. American soldiers land near Algiers during Operation Torch, the 8th to the 16th of November 1942. The soldier at the dune line is carrying a flag because it was hoped the French would be less likely to fire on Americans. 43. Admiral Chester W. Nimitz pins a Navy Cross on Mess Attendant 2nd Class Doris Miller, at a ceremony on board the USS Enterprise, CV-6, at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. The 27th of May 1942. 44. Members of the 9th Armored Division and a Red Army link-up, 1945. 45. U.S. Marines of the 2nd U.S. Marine Division pull out a wounded man during a battle on Tarawa. November 1943. 46. U.S. Navy Waves play AC/DC in their quarters, September 1, 1943. The players, left and right, are Y3C's Vera Hoffman, Harriet Slotty, Pollyanna Persons and Emma Rose Higgs. 47. Emergency wheels-up landing of Boeing B-17G45BO, S, N42, 97272, BNT, Duchess daughter, of the 303rd Bomb Group, 359th Bomb Squadron. 48. USS Saratoga, CV-3, in Puget Sound, Washington, following overhaul, the 7th of September 1944. Note her unique camouflage scheme. Measure 32 Design 11A. 49. U.S. soldiers entrench in a forest near La Roche-en-Ardennes, Belgium. The foreground contains the body of an American soldier, killed by sniper fire. December 1944. 50. Grumman F-4F Wildcat goes over the side. '51. American B-24 Liberator bombers in flight over the burning Astra Romana oil refinery in Ploiesti, Romania. August 1, 1943. 52. Infantrymen cross an improvised footbridge built by men attached to Engineering Training Detachment, Fort Benning, GA. It is constructed of small and large brush rafts as pontoons and a footwalk in sections. This type of bridge pontoon is only good for about 4 hours. Fort Benning, GA, May 1945. 53. U.S. Marines of the 6th U.S. Marine Division take cover behind a wall during the brutal urban combat on Okinawa. 1945. 54. Burning B-26, Marauder, named Louisiana Mudhen, by its crew suffers a fatal hit over Germany. 323rd Bomber Group, 453rd Squadron. 55. The U.S. Navy destroyer escort USS Harmon, De 678, underway, around August 1943, when the ship was first completed. This view was retouched by the censor to remove radar antennas, adding the pennant at the masthead in their place. Harmon was the first warship to be named after an African American. 56. Normandy Campaign, France. June 1944. U.S. glider pilots are transported in an LCVP to a larger ship for the trip back to the UK. 57. Delta Rebel No. 2. Boeing B-17F-30BO Flying Fortress S, N42-5077 323rd BS, 91st BG. 8th AF. This plane was sadly lost on the August 12, 1943 mission to Gelsenkirchen, Germany. 58. Shortly after landing, U.S. paratroopers of the 82nd Airborne Division pull their jeeps through Groesbeek on their way to Nijmegen. They are greeted enthusiastically by the local population. The Netherlands, Groesbeek, September 17, 1944. 59. 6 children and a soldier contemplate the activity on the Blackpool Sands ranges below. The photo shows units engaged in practicing the unloading of LCTs and LSTs during Operation Tiger, the disastrous exercise that ended with 749 Americans killed and disappeared, 1944. 60. 7 Waves examine a 20 mm anti-aircraft gun while visiting the carrier USS Mission Bay, -59 Cape Verde Escudos, August 20, 1944.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a comment, like and subscribe. Support the channel so I can bring you more content. Thank you again.